Last week, our discussion featured prolonged sitting. It was just like yesterday. Time really flies, and sometimes scary too. Another week is here, beautiful people. Welcome to our live talk. Last week, we looked at prolonged sitting and its impact on our health. Then a friend who watched our video shared an online document with me. I must confess, I never thought of most of the things I read in that well-documented piece. As I was reading it, it flashed through my mind that I should share with you some of the thoughts expressed in that write-up. Squatting. You have all heard about it, I guess. Many of our viewers in Africa or other developing nations will understand what we're talking about. In the West, the knowledge is almost gone, and the term is almost restricted to the realms of sports or the gym. Let's dig it out. I remain your regular host, Nkoh. All babies squat, which many of us did when we were smaller. Then it was natural. We might have overlooked how difficult it was because we considered it as part of growing up. Of all things humans can grow out of, squatting should not have been one of them, but we did. Neglected, packaged, and thrown into the bin. What happened? It emerges that squatting is part of postural control that enables us to maintain our postures against gravity. If we no longer can hold it, then it must trigger a signal or an alarm that something is definitely not going the way it should. When we cast our mind back to images of our forebears, what strikes us is seeing them squatting behind fires, squatting to eat, to sing, to entertain one another, and while hunting too. They found it natural and more convenient. Squatting is one of the ways of life of our forefathers that we have relegated to the back burner due to modernization. We sit for many hours in a day because we find it convenient. We don't consider the damaging effects. As a matter of fact, sitting on one-dimensional chair while our body is three-dimensional leads to compression of our spine, in addition to other health-related issues discussed last week. Whereas squatting has been lost to many Westerners and has to be relearned in the gym, Asians have taken it a bit further by having flushable squat toilets. This is because when we squat to pass out waste, it is easier than sitting down. Squatting makes the bowel become completely emptied and lesser time spent in the toilet too. WebMD highlights that squatting might ease constipation and prevent hemorrhoids also. The University of Southern California, USC, conducted a study among the Hadzas of Tanzania to assess best resting position for humans to reduce health risk. Although the Hadzas, a modern hunter-gatherer group, spends about 9 to 10 hours a day resting, which can be compared to the average person in developed worlds, including the United States and Europe, those Hadzas do not experience the common signs of chronic disease associated with prolonged sitting in modern societies. Why, you ask? Because the Hadzas do not typically sit down to rest. They rather squat or kneel. The USC authors found that squatting and kneeling might be better resting position for our health than sitting. Evidence has shown that both squatting and kneeling, which were used before humans invented chairs, involve higher level of muscle activity and high muscle metabolism. Squatting opens up our hips, which helps to prevent lower back pain. It promotes the maintenance of knee health too. When we squat, the following muscles are worked: the gluteus maximus, minimus, and medius. That's our buttocks. The quadriceps, which are front of our thigh. The hamstrings, the back of our thighs. The adductors and the groin. The hip flexors and the calves. In addition to the lower body, the squat also targets our core muscles. These muscles include the rectus abdominis, the obliques, the transverse abdominis, and the rectus spinae. Harvard Medical School posited that a 155-pound person can burn approximately 233 calories doing 30 minutes of vigorous strength or weight training exercises, like squats. However, squatting for prolonged periods might be excessive or not feasible for many of us. Alternating between standing, squatting, and sitting is beneficial. Making squatting part of our daily activity can increase our concentration, energy, productivity, and health. We have standing desks. There are squatting chairs too. I am getting one for myself after this video. Thanks for watching. Share with us what changes, if any, you have made from watching our videos, please. Remember to subscribe if you haven't done so, and activate the notification bell so you will not miss any of our videos. We appreciate the thumbs up. Keep them coming, please. Until next week, this is Nkoh wishing you the best through life. Cheers and stay blessed. Bye-bye.